Over 4 years ago, this beautiful beach town was hit with a Category 4 hurricane. Today, we're going to give you updates of what's going on at FMB. Welcome to Fort Myers Beach. Hi, my name is Francesca, and we're in Fort Myers Beach. Over a year ago, we visited here, and we were surprised that not a lot of developments were going on after the devastation of Hurricane Ian. Today, we're going to go through Fort Myers Beach one more time to show you what developments are happening and what is going on. And right across the street is a new 7-Eleven. Right next to it is the famous The Whale. Tuna skin was also hit hard, but look at it now, gorgeous. The store originated in Fort Myers Beach since 2015, but Ian demolished this store. It reopened in late 2023. All 4 7-Eleven stores were either damaged or destroyed, and new progress has been made to rebuild all 4. As we head to our breakfast spot, we are going to drive down Estero Boulevard and give you some footage of homes and new construction going on here. New homes are being built much higher, driven by strict post-Hurricane Ian building codes and FEMA flood elevation standards. Single-family homes and cottages are typically built on elevated concrete pilings up to 15 feet or more above the ground. Our breakfast place here at Fort Myers Beach is the island's Pancake House. And the reason why we chose this place is not just because of their amazing breakfast and lunch menu, which we believe they have one of the best breakfast menu, is because they have a true story of hope and resilience, especially what happened after Hurricane Ian. You got to hear this story.
Here we have Stacy Martins. Yes, Stacy, we did some research because we want to have a place for breakfast. And when I heard your story, we were fascinated about that. Would you want to elaborate and tell?
Yeah. So we bought the restaurant in June of 22, and the hurricane happened in September of 22. So we owned it 3 months, and it kind of took everything out. We lost everything. And after a long time, we decided we were going to rebuild. It took us 701 days to get it rebuilt. And it was kind of a tough go, but we made it, and it's really thriving. It was a really good decision.
The place was the same as it looks?
No, it was a little different. There used to be a wall. There was the seating capacity, I believe it was either only 65 or 85. Now we have 124.
Oh, wow.
We have a full liquor license, so we can serve alcohol. It's a little different, but the artist, she's a local artist. She did very good on the murals on the wall. Her name is Cindy Miller. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a great place. We have a breakfast bar now. We never had that before.
Oh, good. And you only serve breakfast, or you do?
Breakfast and lunch.
Oh, you
7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we're open every day.
Okay.
7 days a week.
Good. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We love how this place is decorated. It's so inviting and gives you the old Florida welcome, a cozy coastal feel, welcoming you in to enjoy the simple pleasures that relieve stress. Both visitors and people who live here can enjoy this place. We're at the island's Pancake House, where the saying goes here, life's too short, eat more pancakes. The menu definitely brings you comfort foods for both breakfast and lunch. A customer favorite here is the lemon poppy pancakes. We chose the island omelet with shrimp and hollandaise sauce, and the belly buster with eggs, bacon, and sausage. We are driving towards the southern end of Fort Myers Beach, towards Lover's Key, historically known as the island that was so remote that it could only be reached by boat. And here stands this beautiful light blue building, which is the town hall. It's a new storm-resistant building that opened in September of 2025 after the previous one was destroyed by Hurricane Ian. Among the other new constructions is the Big Carlos Pass Bridge, a major construction that replaced an old drawbridge. A one travel lane in each direction, a bike lane, a walking lane, and a new parking area. After severe damages from Hurricane Ian, this 3-story library reopened in March of 2025. The famously Mojo's Coffee Cafe was directly hit and demolished by Ian. Here are some photos of what it used to be. A cozy restaurant with outdoor seating is now operating out of a food trailer. They still serve their full breakfast and lunch, famously defined by cold beer, live music, and toes in the sand. Here is the Beach Bar, located directly on the sand. Even on cooler or cloudy days, people still come out to the beach. This gives you the chance to walk the shoreline, jog, play, or search for shells without getting overheated. Or even meet a special visitor. This dolphin is so close to the shore. This is an outdoor open-air beach shack where you can sit at the tables directly on the sand under large shade umbrellas. The dress code is entirely informal. Swimsuits and bare feet welcome. It draws a mix of locals, tourists, and dogs. It does not serve its own hot meals, but outside food is allowed, and customers can bring in snacks from surrounding eateries. Mocktails are also available. The Lani Kai is the ultimate spot if you're looking for high-energy tropical fun. Live music, shops, packed with dining and bar options. The resort needed a massive renovation after Hurricane Ian. Today, it's still a vacationer's favorite spot. The 6th-floor Island View restaurant offers excellent seafood and Italian dishes. You don't want to bypass this place if you are looking to visit Fort Myers Beach. And did you know that in the Hawaiian language, the name Lani Kai is a combination of two words, Lani, meaning heaven or heavenly, Kai, meaning ocean, sea, or salt water. And if you're wondering about parking at FMB, there's a lot of parking spaces that are only $20 a day. Not a bad deal. And this one is right across from the beach. The Whale reopened in fall of 2025 with a larger building, a 3-story building with a rooftop tiki bar. Happy hour starts early, running from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The Whale was completely destroyed during Hurricane Ian in 2022 and finally was rebuilt in November of 2025. This is one happy place. Margaritaville was under construction during Hurricane Ian. Although there was a lot of sand dunes that were covering all the area here, take a look at it now. You can get a day pass to the Fins Up Beach Club pool at the Margaritaville Beach Resort. Passes generally range from $45 to $75, depending on the day and season, and it gives you access to the 15,000 square foot lagoon-style pool, beach access, live entertainment, and towel service. Inside the Margaritaville Beach Resort is the La de Da Beach Resort and Grill and JWB Grill. It's time to get our feet back in the sand. Our next spot is La de Da. La de Da is a beachfront spot right on the sand. It serves tropical drinks, and the name is after the Jimmy Buffett song, Down at the La de Da.
So we stopped here real quick at La de La. Yeah, it is called La de Da. And even if it's not sunny, or unfortunately it's not, and it's not that hot, but a nice cold beer is always pleasant.
La de Da, a casual open beach bar, which is also part of Margaritaville. This is casual, airy, and lots of relaxation. A great place for a social drink. We're gonna head to the second level of a Margaritaville, should give you a panoramic view of the beach and of the Gulf. Come along. We are going to take the stairs and a short walk on an elevated pedestrian overpass known as the Bridge to Paradise. This connects the different sides of the Margaritaville Beach Resort and the beach side. We moved to the Fort Myers location just right after the impact of Hurricane Ian. And when we got here, the devastation that we saw, there's no words to express the sadness and the gut-wrenching that it felt. But we were hopeful, and we knew that things were going to recover and come back again. And this is great to see. There is so much construction going on. We do like to find out what is happening right down here in Margaritaville, because when we did visit Fort Myers years ago, we loved this area, and there were so many restaurants and gift shops which were all destroyed with the hurricane. But rebuilding is coming along. The resort did not get damaged from the hurricane. The foundation and new engineering helped weather the storm. Right before the storm, the famous Times Square clock was removed and stored in a safe place, and now it stands again. The physical squares or markings here outline the exact footprint where specific businesses and tourist shops stood. These are the foundations of the stores, restaurants, and shops that were completely destroyed by the hurricane. It's taken a long process for shops and restaurants to rebuild due to the strict FEMA flood regulations, insurance costs, and permit process. On hot days, you need a drink this big. One big disappointment that we're finding here at Fort Myers Beach is the pier. It's still not constructed, and now it looks like it's been pushed back to the end of 2026. And it's all due to what has been said before is time, money, and patience. That's what's needed. And all the regulations that are in place is holding up the project here. Now, the project was approved, and from what we know is that all these pillars are going to be removed, and the new pier is going to be 1,000 feet long and 12 feet wide. It is going to be a huge pier. We're so looking forward to the development of this, but not yet. Part of the recovery project in Fort Myers Beach was to replace over 1.1 million tons of sand. This sand is mostly native quartz, but has been noted by locals and environmental project managers to contain a higher concentration of broken shells. Construction is underway for the Crescent Beach Family Park. Also, the Lynn Hall Memorial Park, a massive $6 million upgrade, is in progress and projected to open in summer of 2027. At Fort Myers Beach, you can get around on a low-cost island trolley or rent out a golf cart taxi ride. 90% of the time, the weather in Florida is gorgeous. However, we are entering the rain season. Today is a little overcast. The weather doesn't look so promising. It's starting to rain. So it gives us the time to do some shopping at the Islander. This is a well-known gift place at the Santina Marina Plaza. Let's check this one. This is a new item, and this is a bowl cozy, I guess, to hold a hot bowl. What a clever idea. And this is Sewn and Sews of FMB, locally made. You can find new stores and restaurants along Estero Boulevard. The shoreline of Fort Myers Beach stretches for exactly 7 miles along the entire length of Estero Island. You can see new construction at every direction you turn to. Although a lot of new construction has been going on to rebuild Fort Myers Beach, it looks like there are still a lot of untouched, demolished buildings. You can expect a mix of waterfront views, coastal businesses, and construction along Old San Carlos Boulevard. It's time to head to our dinner spot, and we will see you at On the Bay Restaurant. We decided to have our dinner on the Bay Restaurant, which is along the Matanzas Bay, and which happens to be right across from the Dock Ford and also the Dixie Fish Company. And from what we just heard, during the hurricane, the devastation that happened also here, the water levels reached up to the deck. As you can see above that deck, that's where the water reached during the hurricane. So they did have some substantial damages here also. On the Bay, formerly known as Matanzas on the Bay, is a highly rated, iconic waterfront restaurant. Directly alongside the On the Bay restaurant is the Matanzas Inn Bayside Resort and Marina. The restaurant focuses heavily on fresh, locally sourced Gulf seafood and classic coastal dishes. We're going to be sharing this Gulf grouper with the wild rice and asparagus. This looks delicious, and our intentions are is after this, we're gonna be heading upstairs on the second level and see what they got up there.
So the grouper was delicious, and now we're going upstairs, and we're gonna probably try a small pizza, personal
That's
pizza.
what they have
That's what they have,
upstairs,
yeah. And of course drinks as well.
So the grouper was awesome. It was blackened grouper with the wild rice and asparagus. It really hit the spot, but we still have a little bit of room for something else.
Yes.
So let's get upstairs.
Let's get up there.
Lay down, Sally. No need to leave so.
We were just on the lower level, which is on the bay, and that's more considered as fine dining. The upper level is Petey's, which they have an assortment of drinks, appetizers, soups, sandwiches. We're gonna go for pizza. And we're going to take Sean's word that this is one of the best pizzas, and we're going to be having a margarita with mushrooms.
Have you ever experienced when you're going for pizza, they always tell you this is the best pizza. And this is what we were told, that they have the best pizza here. So let's find out ourselves. Let's see if that's really true.
The three main components of pizza, of course, is the dough, the sauce, and the cheese. The dough is really good. It tastes really good. It's got a nice crunch. The tomato sauce is good. However, for me, the cheese is a little tough. I don't know. It's nice and stringy, but a little tough. If you love to travel by boat, On the Bay Restaurant welcomes you here with access to the boat slips. So park your boat, have dinner, and head to the beach for a spectacular sunset. The dinner here on the bay was really nice, and the atmosphere is great. And also going on pizza on the second floor, that was well worth it. The pizza was really good. And we are happy to know that a lot of restaurants are starting to open up here in Fort Myers, like the Whale on the bay. And we also like that we do come down Fort Myers Beach from time to time to support the local businesses. And if ever you're in Fort Myers, come around the beach side, support the businesses, and let us know in the comments, what do you think about Fort Myers Beach so far? There are many colorful storefronts giving you that tropical feel. So grab a margarita or your favorite cocktail, mocktail, and this little island can feel like a Caribbean getaway. Thank you for subscribing. Your support helps us grow and be able to share these videos to a larger audience. Although there's so much work to get done here, the energy is here and it's up and coming. People are out, restaurants are open, shops are open. The beach is gorgeous. The water has cleaned up a lot. The sand is so nice on the touch, very soft. So there are a lot of improvements. However, there's still more work to get done. At last, the sun came out today towards the evening. Taking an early evening walk here at Fort Myers Beach. The sand is so cool. It's such a nice feeling to the touch on your feet. And this is something worth experiencing. And as we're putting closure to a great day here at Fort Myers Beach, a question may still remain. Is Fort Myers Beach worth visiting? Absolutely yes. This is a family-friendly place. Yes, do come down. We hope that you were able to get some beneficial information regarding Fort Myers Beach. Thank you for watching. Till next time.
If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, hit the like button. Your support helps us reach a wider audience and be able to create more content like this and share with you. And if you haven't watched these other Fort Myers Beach videos, be sure to watch them.